Hi, welcome to part one of the Google Ads series of videos. In part one, we're going to chat about the keyword planner. Suggest you stay on to the end because we also talk about a feature of Google Ads called match types, which is an incredibly important part of your targeting. But to start off with, let's chat about the keyword planner. So this is Google Keyword Planner. Recommend you come and use it as part of building out your Google Ads campaign. To access it's fairly straightforward. Once you're in your Google Ads account, come up and click on Tools and Settings, and over here to the left-hand side, you'll see Keyword Planner as an option. Just click on there. It takes you to a page that looks like this. A couple of options here. We're going to go with this first one, Discover New Keywords. So just click on that box. And within here, you'll see a couple of options as well. So start with your own keywords or start with a website. Use either of them. Remember, this tool is all about getting ideas of the keywords people might be putting into Google. So both of them will help with that. If we start with a website, just to show you what it does. So if we click start with a website and paste in the ETAG website, just as an example, and hit get results, you can use the entire website or just a very specific page of a website if you're looking for targeted ideas. But if we click on get ideas and scroll down now, you'll see straight away here that it's found 331 keyword ideas it thinks might be relevant to what we're trying to do, that are relevant to this website. And if we scroll down, you'll see a whole host of things around Edinburgh: tourist attractions, Edinburgh, Scotland, attractions in Scotland, beautiful spots in Scotland, 10 best places to visit in Scotland, and on it goes, best sites in Scotland, lots of Edinburgh. Quite a lot to do with Scotland there rather than Edinburgh, so that's something to be aware of. If you target terms for the whole of Scotland, you're going to pull in a lot more traffic. If you're really trying to get people looking for Edinburgh, maybe pay more attention to these Edinburgh focused search terms. So if you were starting out in Google Ads and you had one or two keywords that you wanted to target, hopefully by looking at this sort of report, you can see just the sheer volume of potential search terms and variations that users could be putting into Google. You can also tidy up this report so that it doesn't have quite as many search terms in there, or certainly to remove something that's irrelevant to you. So if we come up and click on add filter, just as an example, I mean, lots of things to choose from. Select keyword and choose does not contain, and then type in something like Scotland. And what we should find when this refreshes is that all the search terms that it was giving us relating to Scotland are now gone. So then you could do the same if it's not castles you're looking for, or if it's not restaurants, or if you want to take any other words out of this to tidy the list up, use the filter. Also be aware of some of these columns. Don't be too distracted with the average monthly searches. Quite clearly they change quite a lot from 590 down to 1310. Yeah, obviously the ones that have 10 lower numbers are not going to pull in much traffic, but it's not always about pulling in the high volume search terms either. There might be quite a lot of wastage, quite generic terms in here, so you might find lower click-through rates or higher bounce rates if you were to target them. And over here, giving you an idea of the potential bid, what you might have to pay every time someone clicks on one of these keywords if you were to start bidding on it. So if we click back here, just to go back to the start of the keyword planner and click into discover new keywords again, if we were looking at actually setting up a campaign maybe focused on restaurants or places to eat in Edinburgh, then if we come down to the keyword section, perhaps type in places to eat as a place to start. You could go through this, typing in restaurants, places to eat, cafes, type of restaurants, and test all of them. But if we come in and do places to eat first and hit get results, same sort of process as when we put in the ETAG website. It takes you to a report, shows you a chart, 548 keywords in this example, but again, it's just listing all the keywords it thinks are related to what you typed in, all the search volumes, the different costs. And as you scroll down this, you'll hopefully start to see some topics, some variations in topics. So we can see places to eat, best places to eat, good places to eat, dog-friendly restaurants, lunch places, restaurants popping up a few times in here, along with places to eat. You can also see keywords in here like cheap, 24-hour, dog-friendly. So if we were to do a similar example in here and add a filter, select keyword and say does not contain dog or cheap or 24-hour. Apply. It cleans up the search the same as it did in the previous example. So scroll through and see if you can start to come up with some keywords that you think might be relevant. So I'm seeing places to eat, which is what we've put in here. I'm also seeing quite a few to do with restaurants, and then you could also have places to eat Edinburgh and restaurants Edinburgh. So ultimately what you're trying to do with this is come up with similar keywords, topic keywords that kind of all mean the same thing, just different ways that people are searching from them. So if we go all the way back up to the start and select places to eat near me, for example, best places to eat, good places to eat near me, lunch places to eat might be one that we select. Places to eat near me, open, places to eat around me. We could go and go and go, but if we keep it at that, so we've selected 6 keywords just now. You can see there's blue bars appeared along the top with the word plan next to it. So you can choose existing campaign, but we'll go on the assumption it's a new campaign. We'll new ad group. We'll call it places to eat. You're not actually setting up an ad group or a campaign at this point. It's purely for the planning. And then we're asked here phrase match. So if we click on that, you can see phrase match, exact match, and broad match. So we'll come on to what those mean in a second. But if we select phrase match and just hit add keywords now. So this has now added it to a plan. So if we go over to the left-hand side now, click on plan. So this plan page gives you an idea of the volume of impressions, clicks, total cost you might be expecting if you were to run with this. Some ideas about the keywords you've put in here, devices that might get the clicks, locations that might get the impressions and clicks. So if we click through on ad groups now over to the left-hand side, scroll down, you can see the ad group that we just created with the keywords that we just created, the cost per click here that it's gone with by default. So you can go in and change this. It will change the metrics in here. If we click on keywords as well, it'll show all the keywords that we've actually added. So you can change the bids individually. And now, again, you're not actually setting up a campaign at this point. It's just a plan. It's forecasting based on the keywords that you've put in here. So again, you've not created an actual campaign or an ad at this point, but you can see that we've managed to pull in some similar keywords. Important because it keeps them all grouped together. So this is potentially an ad group, but also good for other parts of Google Ads. So we can see the word best in here, near me in here, open in here. These might be keywords that you want to put in actual ad text as well, and headlines. It might want to be keywords that you put into text on your landing page as well. So keyword research using Keyword Planner are a really good exercise. So go back and do the same for your topic and whatever it is you want to run ads on, and do it several times for different versions of that, and take a note of what these keywords are, and it will help your Google Ads account just be that bit more targeted and tidier. So just a quick word on match types before we finish this video. Come along to Google support section and search for keyword matching options. The URL's up here. Come and have a read of this. Match types can be complicated if you've not used them, but absolutely they are going to save you money and make your Google Ads more targeted and more efficient. So there's various different types: broad match, negative, phrase, exact. You would have seen us selecting phrases. We were building our plan just a few minutes ago. So come in here and read this. It's got a good table that gives you an idea of what impact it has on your keywords. It's all about just being really efficient and making sure your keywords and your ads appear for very specific searches. So broad match is fairly loose targeting compared to exact match, which is spot on targeting. Your ads will appear a lot less if you use exact match, but it'll appear for the right people. So important that you come and read this article, or just generally go Googling about matching options. If you're switching on a Google Ads campaign and you haven't done this, you are probably going to waste some of your money. So highly recommend you come in and find out more about matching options. And best place to do it is on the Google support pages.